Right, lock in, you ignorant pigs. This morning I tried to give a stream and I had a lot of OBS problems, so this is the painting portion of that stream right now. We're going to be going to work on this guy, the red dude in the thumbnail, and we'll also be working in parts of the Predator as well. So this is the painting portion of the live stream, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's just get started. So this is what we're going to be working with today. We're going to bust out our brown ink. Give all paints a little shake, like every other British guy out there. First of all, they are all British guys. Let's face it. I don't know why they have the monopoly. We're actually going to need a lot of this stuff, and this stuff is just going to be going all over the miniature wherever I see fit to make it gold. All right, not even going to water it down. So over here, we're going to hit this the entirety of these shoulder pads real quick. The quiet paint session. Not so quiet. I thought about doing this live, but figure I'd give you a good 40 minutes of this, and then we move on, because you've seen one painting video, you've seen them all. Sound like my Madden right there. Hey folks, John Madden here with the quick popcorn popper. How does it work, John? Simple, you just plug it in, and in minutes you got hot buttered popcorn for the whole gang. Hey, let's eat. Anywhere we're going to apply gold and orange, this brown ink is just going to go on. This is really the bulk of the miniature here. Are the shoulder pads. We'll actually be doing a little bit of ink wash on our Predator as well. There's a little method to my madness there. Top and bottom. This brother's already done. I'm gonna have 6 of these heavy duty, like, I forgot what the name of the material is, but it's a very heavy duty resin that these things got printed out on, and I like it. These things are very chunky, very heavy. I mean, you can load one of these up and throw it across the table and kill somebody with it. It's that kind of heavy. Quality heavy. Caballero. Alright, so wherever I'm going to put gold on this dude, that's where the brown goes. Same with the orange as well. So we come to the shield now. Now I can normally just do brown, but I'm going to attempt with just the ink to make it quick, to make it a little bit faster. That's annoying. Chirp, chirp. Here we go. You'll have less brush strokes when you come to your regular color, and again, I'm not really worried about the ink going over and like clogging the details on one side or the other. I can just get the ink on, wait for it to dry as I do the Predator, and then color the thing in. And it'll mostly be marker work from there. There. Okay, let that dry. Again, the goal is just to get this ink on, let it dry. Might have to do 2 coats. It's a little bit faster than just using a brown paint. And I haven't done gold this way for a long time, but I noticed that it's the brush strokes that kind of kill me on these flat surfaces right here. Just about dry. Alright, so let me put that over there. That can go there. You can start to look at this, and we're going to go one more. Don't need a lot. It's that kind of shit that I want to avoid. I should have sprayed it on, but this is okay. This will work. This will work. At least long enough for the near 40-minute session that I want to do. Okay, so that's going to sit there and dry. We can pick up a different piece here. Usually with this, I just like to, instead of using a brush, take a look at these. Okay. Start the gold over here on this thing. Have a little bit more control when you're using a paint marker. And I'm just doing this until that ink wash dries because I need to apply one more layer to my Predator. There, a dot there. We can start to pick out our dots. Just about there. We're still waiting on that Predator, Julio. Be there in a minute. Then every Predator has these windows right here. They just need to be blue, nothing special. You got a blue pen for that. I need to get the full set of these AKs, because that'll help me ramp up my Bretonians. Alright, we can just hurry up and do the touch-up. This will require some brush work. But not much. So let's hurry up and fix our tank. You also kind of touch up and highlight wherever you missed with your spray gun. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Not quite ready. Just about dry. Needs another coat. And this second coat doesn't need to be as powerful, so much as it just needs to kind of be on. You want it to kind of look like this brown color right there. As you can see, that's what you want it to present as. Alright, let's see. This can be put over here temporarily. We're ready for our first real in serio marker. We're going to be highlighting our gold with this, the Retributor. But our first marker, and if you followed the channel for any length of time, you would know that my Iron Warriors, they're, what do you call it? They're orange, not yellow. And orange likes, I noticed that these paint markers like to stick to the color orange. I mean, they love the color brown. And you see that color start to come in there. And you only want to do like 1 or 2 strokes initially. There's that. And then we have our shield that we're going to contend with. We have a stencil that we've made just in case. But we're going to do our rubber black first as we start off. We're going to wait for that to dry. It does take a second for these for the orange in this kit to dry. And we're just going to start. Kind of like that. There. And then and you see what that starts to do. And the direction that we're taking. So won't need the airbrush for long on this. I mean, it just goes right to the markers. The airbrush was really more for priming and making sure I had a good priming, good layer of what do you call it on there, of primer of paint before I started to apply the metal. All same direction when you use the marker. You just want to go the same direction. You don't want to go across until it dries. You want to kind of keep it. I've got the shakes now. Oh no, not now. You stabilize the model here, a hand, up here, get some support, shakes will go away. Never drink caffeine at 3 p.m. Alright, we'll hold off on that for just a second there. We'll go over here, we'll get one more. Make sure that's bright. Alright, we'll wait for this to dry. And we can work in between the projects. The next project that I do, if I do another set of Predators for my Iron Warriors, the turrets are going to be orange. And then everything else, they'll paint up just a little bit faster. We're going to check it, see how it's already dried. It's starting to dry, so we're just going to go nice and solid orange. Try to keep it all going the same direction. And whatever you mess up, it'll just, you'll always have these little, what do you call it, little breaks in your paint. That's okay. It's just the first coat. And this would work with yellow too. Except for with yellow, and I'm just going to demonstrate with yellow. Yellow really likes this color. Yellow likes your Xandri dust. Okay, the yellow marker likes your Xandri dust. But let's see if it does like the ink. Right, the yellow marker's a little picky. See, it's not as good. I mean, you can get away with it. Get away with it, but you're going to have that splotchiness right there. I mean, that looks like an air bubble, but it's one of those stupid bolts. I have half a mind to get a straight edge and just shave every one of those rivet bolts off. So if you're going to use yellow and do it like that, you're going to want to use black and Xandri dust. I'm not putting any hazard wobbles on my Predators. I just don't feel that they look good with them at all. So we'll wait for that end to dry. Apply a second coat. Now we're actually starting to come. To a point where we do need a little bit of paint, and we're not going to use that. We're going to use our dark gray. I like our dark gray for this job. Alright, just a little bit of dark gray. So that's what the bottom of the shield starts to look like. And you kind of go in steps. You wait for you work your way up. You work your way up. And then what we can do now is I feel that it's ready for at the bottom of this shield. So we can either do another layer of marker, but I think we're kind of good to go. Kind of just start touching it like that. Get a lot on your brush for the bigger panel. And you can battle damage these shields. You can pretty much do whatever you want to them. I just kind of prefer to show you the finished one that I'm working off of. As that dries, we can work the way up here. After I wash them, I'll hit them one more time with a little bit of extra orange. That's what they'll look like, you know. Just I didn't want to sit down, take tape, and go all the way down here. Now the problem I had is that maybe you can get a version of the shield that doesn't have these or something like that, but that would have been, and it doesn't have the design on there. It's just straight up shield, and then I would have done hazard wobbles down to one side. But there's a lot of sections and panels, and so you can just kind of put the hazard wobbles on the outside, which makes it a lot easier. And then we work our way up. Oh, we haven't even gotten to our shoulder pad yet. And you see what that does. That's very nice, orange. Usually they do the hazard wobbles right there. Like I said, mine is just going to be on the shield. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on hazard wobbles for these guys because I need a lot of them. I need a lot of them, and they die easily sometimes too. Even when they're with Perturabo, because I'll forget something like their Feel No Pain save. And then you'll see what I do to the gold there in a second, but we got a little bit of a crack there. Take out the gold. Let's keep working up the course of our shield here. Of our Kiwithian battle shield. No. So how did I do that? It's orange next. just kind of eyeball it. When it comes time to straighten it up, we've got our stencil right here, our little piece of paper that we cut into triangles. But before we do that, we're going to start to clean this shield up just a little bit as we work our way. Get rid of the ink. Down, make some good solid lines. Might have to get out the metal paint again. You can see what that does, and then over here we'll clean it properly. That's good. Okay. Just a little bit of clean. Now I keep this orange very medium. It's very thin. I might need to apply 2 coats to this edge. It'll be a 2-coat job as we work our way up this side. Let's give this a whirl. See what that does. Not good. It's okay though. Lay it down there for a minute. Not good. I thought that might work, but I like to experiment and take risks. That's why we have the marker. Marker, really good at doing this kind of thing. That's about perfect right there. And then right here is where we're going to have to use our stencil. Here, that'll work. So even though you eyeball it, you still want it to kind of line up just a little bit. There we go. A little bit of that. this. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna start to bring out the orange. Trim a little bit off this end right here so that those two kind of line up. Now this is where it can get a little tricky. That's starting to shape up. Need a little bit more. A lot of slight concentration work, but here we go. Not the fun part, but it can be done. A nice scrub on that orange, and then we can just clean up one side entirely and start gold. Like I said, the sections and the rivets on this thing kind of kill it for freehand. Now I could do a stencil, but I kind of like going with this like either side theme. Right here in this corner. And as I eyeball it here, let's see. God, this is annoying, isn't it? Got just enough out to finish the metal. Just another drop. Okay, now we're ready to move on to our gold, and you're going to see something pretty cool here. We'll go across the main part of this baddie. You'll see how that just sticks to the ink like a fly to shit. Sticks to the ink like a fly to shit. I barely have to touch it. I barely have to do any work. Like I said, it's kind of an orange and gold hack today. If I want to, I can just put a little, get the excess off here. I'm going to put a little bit of gold on this. You really don't need a lot. And then when you wash this, it'll pop out just once more. I want to darken up the orange just a little bit. I figure these guys, you know, if they're with their Primark, would see a lot of action and they'd be kind of ripped to pieces, you know. So after I apply my wash, you're gonna get something to this effect right here. A little tubed, right? There we go. You'll get something to that effect right there. I just add a little bit of the old Vampire Count decals because I like them. I really like them. And you know, I'm also too lazy to order some of the new ones that they've got out there, but I can do that whenever. But like I said, I mean, I'm gonna have 9 of these things, so. See what that does to the gold. Let's hurry up and finish this orange on the shoulder pad, and I think that'll conclude the orange and gold trick today. That. We're going to get away with just that. But maybe one more drop. One more little drop. We just need one more little layer of gold. It's the hard part where you clean up your lines. It's never fun. And just like that, we've got most of the shield. There's a few touch-ups on the shield that I'm going to do off camera, but that's it. That's the gold and orange trick. Well, comments, concerns will come up for a summation. So this isn't the first time I've used this technique for gold, at least. I used to paint ink over straight up metal all the time and then do the gold. This was back in the days of old Citadel gold. Yeah, back in the days when you just had good old shining gold from Citadel. This is actually, I wonder if there's still paint in there. No, not a drop left. But just when you used to use old shining gold, I would just paint everything metal. And then whatever I wanted to be gold, I would just dry brush that gold over the top of it, and you were already like done. It would just stick to the gold like a fly to shit. With the pens, orange likes a brown base. That's what I figured out very early on, these AK pens. The orange likes a brown base, and the yellow likes a Xandri dust base in order to go on. And if you want to, you can go yellow and then just Averland. I mean, you can go Xandri dust, Averland, and then highlight your edges with the yellow pen and then wash it and then do the edge highlights again with the yellow pen. That usually works really, really well. But this old school blazing orange, I'm going to have to get that in the game color paint version because this is a good orange. And it'll probably be watered down just the way that I use it to go over the top of the marker. So that's just kind of like my orange and gold hack. I've been dealing with orange a lot ever since I started my Iron Warriors, and the process has evolved. But that's one of the reasons why I vlog, because your process always evolves over time, and I vlog about it so I don't have to write it down. I can go and watch the video. I'm like, oh, how did I paint these Bretonnians? Well, I'll just go and watch my own video, and then I don't have to remember. And that's kind of the reason that I'm doing this. But other than that, I just wanted to get out a video for the live stream, for a live stream makeup. I had so many technical difficulties Sunday morning on the what was it? At the end of November there, just like it wasn't even worth keeping the video up. It was just riddled with errors. And when you're riddled with problems, you might as well just take the video down, do something else, and that's why I'm here tonight, and that's why you see my aged face all over the internet. And in case I don't see you, don't forget that the YouTube suppression rate works as follows. For every 8 likes that I get, YouTube will allow me to keep one unless you tie that like to a comment. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're on Rumble, thank you for following me over there. And I hope to see you in the next live stream with less technical difficulties. Keep playing, keep fighting, and stay metal, my friends.
Death be not